Closed captioning on U.S. Farm Report is brought to you by BASF. BASF, helping you to do the biggest job on earth.
I remember my first experience going to work at the farm for my father-in-law, having to move irrigation pipes and thinking, my gosh, this is hard work. And those people don't have sick days and there's no rainouts and all that. They got to show up every day and do the work. And that's the same characteristics that our football team needs to have. And so we're really fortunate to have those type of players on our team.
Well, it's a special game this weekend at Mizzou. It's not only the Ag Day game, but it's also military appreciation. And as Mizzou Athletics toasts to both, we're doing the same with a farmer who's led a life of service. Strike up a conversation with Scott Phillips.
I love to raise pigs. I really love it.
And you'll quickly experience a passion that's contagious.
I went to the University of Missouri and I graduated in 1983. And I came from the farm here and started there and always wanted to get back to the farm.
That journey back to the farm started after high school when Phillips ventured to the University of Missouri 2.5 hours from home.
I was majoring in agriculture economics.
The son of 2 Mizzou grads, Phillips received both a bachelor's and master's degree from Mizzou.
I don't know if I had a career plan back then. All I know is I got a master's is because I got my bachelor's a little quicker than I needed to.
Life put him on another path, working for Monsanto Company as a chemical sales rep and then Edward Jones as a stockbroker.
I always wanted to get back to the farm, and life is always full of setbacks and failures. Failures are just a way to redirect. They're nothing more than that. But there's all kinds of setbacks, and so I went broke as a stockbroker.
And with that, life took yet another turn.
My dad was in the Air Force. He was Air Force Reserves, flew C-130s out of Richards-Gebaur. And I thought, well, I do love to fly.
Richards-Gebaur Air Force Station was in Belton, Missouri, only 40 miles from his home farm. And by chance, Phillips crossed paths with someone while in training one day.
I just met a guy that looked like his mom just died. He looked like death warmed over. And I asked, hey, what's wrong with you? You look terrible. And he goes, well, I did not get fighter qualified. And I was sent here by an F-4 squadron. And I said, well, hey, if you want to, maybe you could take my slot on C-130s and I could maybe try and go fly the A-10 out of Richards-Gebaur. Just totally off the cuff there.
Flying over Bosnia and a peacekeeping mission to other ventures as a fighter pilot. As a reservist, he was able to fly less and be on the farm with his family more.
I was able to do both of those actually concurrently during the 90s, and then I ended up getting out of the Air Force and just sticking with raising my family and raising pigs.
After the hog market crashed, Phillips' military training helped the brothers combat that crisis.
It gives you intestinal fortitude, it gives you guts, it gives you perseverance, things like that. Really important things in business and in life. Really important in life.
Both his son and his son-in-law serve in the military, and his nephew and niece are now part of the hog farming operation, with plans for some of his children to also return to the farm one day.
Farming's changed. So has communications. Communications drastically have changed now to where you can just have a phone and call. That's not the way it was back then. Well, agriculture's changed too. Hog farming's changed. We're bigger now. That doesn't mean we're less personal.
A Mizzou grad turned fighter pilot who's now a passionate pig farmer. And he says farming and serving in the military are entwined more than you might think.
A lot of people that are in the military grew up on the farm. I think there's just the sense of community, the sense, not a sense of entitlement, but a sense of sacrifice.
A noble life of service, both on and off the farm. Well, that does it for U.S. Farm Report this weekend and our 2022 U.S. Farm Report College Roadshow. Thanks to Bex. What a fun College Roadshow it's been, and a big thanks to Mizzou for welcoming us this week. We invite you to tune in next weekend as we're back in the studio as we work to build on our tradition. Have a great weekend, everyone.